I will not be pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered. My life is my own. I resign.
Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Just an update with what's the situation with my channel. Thanks again to all the new people. Yeah, as I said, a lovely evening. I'm having a little walk with my dog, Kato. Kato, come on. How are you, Kato? Come on, in you go. We're just going a little wander and take a chance to have a chat to you about things. It's almost a week now. It'll be a week tomorrow when I came out of hospital, basically, over a week after. But I don't want to go into too much details, but as I said, I had to, because there's people who are close to me I've got to protect, kind of thing. I'm not saying too much of what actually happened, but obviously it was a traumatic affair really. But I feel a bit better today, although a bit tired after quite a removal of a tumour, supposedly, whether we don't know what it is. And like I say, obviously on that particular day I was in hospital, the BBC was supposed to arrive. Not that I'm too bothered about them arriving, they can do what they want. I'm free of the TV licence, like I told you. But anyway, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, because obviously I get my results of what they've found or whatever, and hopefully I'll be still around to do the channel, hopefully, but you just don't know. But as I said, for the BBC, Gary Lineker obviously has gone, and good luck to Gary, because he stood up for a lot of things what he was finding a bit, how can I put it, with the BBC. He can stand so much of what the rules are. You can say what you want. He's a big star, but as I said, he's got other things he can say, and you know why he wants to say something. He's got every right to say free speech. With the channel growing, thanks very much for all the new people, the comments and the subscriptions and stuff, and you know, trying to move the channel in a different way other than just the BBC, because after a while I just want to stop people getting fined at the front door, which I've done a video today, my usual video at the front door, just to get it out there so more and more people can see who are new to the game of being license free when you don't have to pay. I'm just going to go down this bridge. Oh, yeah, I'm not. My groin's a bit sore. I've got to be very careful, don't fall over. Anyway, to anybody who's new to the game of becoming license free, that's what I do the channel for, so that people can be aware. It's all documented here. I mean, they might come and see me next month. They may not come and see me. They're just bluffing, like I say, what's they normally do. They just bluff you and say, you know, you get another letter, letter number 17. You know, that's just something they do, and the way they do it. But like I said, it's you, the public out there, have got the right to sort of make up your own mind what you do. Kato, stop eating the grass. Stop it. No more grass. No more grass. Stop eating the grass. Stop it now. You be a good boy. No more grass. This guy will never stop eating. Stop it. Stop eating the grass. Now be a good boy. It's your night out. He's better wait till it cools down. But he never stops munching about. I've got to keep my eye on him because it's no good for him eating grass. As I say, no good. Anyway, folks, yeah, so I wanted to share my experience, basically what happened with me. Well, I'm obviously waiting to see if it was the tumour was cancerous or what, or this all clear until I see my surgeon who did the operation. I don't know. It's a bit scary and a bit concerning, but I can't go into too much detail till I've actually seen the surgeon, see what they're going to do to me or further treatment or whatever. I may not need any treatment, I just don't know. You know, I'm just glad the operation what I had was successful according to the doctors and the surgeon. Like, you know, it was a success. So that's why I say on this journey with me now, other than the BBC, maybe I can help people, and that's what you do. You know, why YouTube's so great, you can help people out, you know, just by giving your experience to other people. But maybe I'm just thinking whether I can be qualified enough to get it across to people what the situation, to try and help people about, obviously, if it is the big C. You know what the big C is? I'm not going to describe it. It's just the big C, which is something that, if you remember Chris Hoyle, he had a similar, well, he's been diagnosed of obviously, unfortunately, terminally ill, which must be so sad when that guy was so fit, a cyclist, and you know, Sir Chris Hoyle. It's just unbelievable what's happened to him. So in some respects, you got to feel like there's always somebody worse than yourself, and you're lucky. You know, you got to take your luck, and hopefully, you know, things will work out, and that's what you got to do in life. There's a lot of things I could talk about the preventative things. To sort of what I went through in the last 3 months, since I had blood tests, urine tests and stuff like that, and what they call a poo test. You know, doctors, when you get to ages 70ish, you go through all these tests now. They fast-tracked all these tests, and that was one good thing that they did. The NHS, they did a lot of testing, fast-tracked me basically, because there was a lot of what I could say, red blood cells in my blood, you know, sort of abnormal cells in my blood and that and stuff, and that's when I went to get things sorted basically, and that's what happened, like, you know. So, you know, although I wanted to have blood tests regularly, you do have blood tests regularly, but obviously they found some abnormal or normal things there, and that's when I had to have all the scans and stuff. But I can't emphasize enough all the people that helped me get to where I am now with everything. The NHS and the doctors and nurses and everybody are just great people. They just really deserve what they do, you know. I can't really fault anybody in the hospital. I was at Chris Great, and you know, I needed a couple of days, really. I suppose I could have stayed in a recovery place a bit longer, but what I wanted to do was make sure that I could be okay. I had somebody to look after me. I needed it, and of course, the main thing, I was waiting 4.5 hours basically to get into a ward, because the beds had to be freed up and stuff like this, and then you got in there, got settled, and had my operation. So I wanted to get things done, get out, in and out kind of thing. I was all right. I could stand up, I could walk about. I wasn't in any, you know, I recovered pretty quickly, basically, to sort of get out. And I don't particularly enjoy hospital sort of life, but I wanted to get out so somebody else can get in, if you know what I mean. And that's what I wanted to do. But it was, because when you've got these things happening to you, it's like a train station. People in and out, like all the time. It's just a fast tracking all the time. So I was going to go about how to make this video about what I've gone through and trying to make an assessment myself what I've had to do. And but like I say, it's a bit up in the air till I've actually got my results, basically. And that's the main thing. But for what happened, hopefully it's been a success story from the doctor's point of view, the surgeons and everything else. And like I say, I could share it with somebody. That's what I'm going to do. But I'll just have to wait a bit and do the video when I got the results, basically. Maybe do a full video about my experience and whatever, and trying to help people who may come across this situation themselves and what happens, and share my experience with other people to make them aware that things do come right, if you know what I mean. The thing about this situation, when it actually happens to you, the situation is that it's a bit of a shock to the system, and that's why I say I want to do the videos mainly to help somebody else. If they're watching the videos, they can say, well, I've gone through it and stuff, and whatever happens, it's not a enjoyable experience, but like I said, the King of England has got the same problem. Prince Charles has got the same problem as, it doesn't matter who you are, King Charles or Mickey Mouse or something. Money means nothing. You're still having your body gets a disease, gets an infection or something or whatever, and thank God for the doctors. I mean, I so admire the doctors who can do the surgery and stuff. And of course, if they catch things early enough, hopefully there's a solution. And then there's aftercare and stuff like this, and the process of doing things so that. Kate, are you eating grass? Stop it! I can't eat. I'm going to be sick. Come on, Kato. Come on, Kato. Come on, eating grass. Come on, stop it now. Stop it, good boy. So like I say, that's why I want to do the video, basically, to sort of, it happens to everybody, one in 6 people will get that situation, that depending how bad it is or whatever, or what your lifestyle is, that everybody can get it. There's no whether rich or poor. It just makes it easy. If obviously got a lot of money, you can afford the best, hospital care and stuff like that, Because there was another thing I wanted to talk about, obviously what a lot of causes of stuff is cancer and stuff in your body. Obviously your body's a great machine, and what you put into your body has an effect on your health. Eating healthily, looking after yourself is all part of life. I mean, and as you get older, when you're young, obviously everything you do, what upsets me, you got these young kids smoking and vaping and stuff, and drinking heavily and stuff, and we all have done it when we're young, and it's just a bit of fun, like, but everything in moderation in life, and you'll be fine, but to go to the excesses, this is when it's had a long-term effect later on in life, and of course it can grow in your body for a long time without you knowing anything about it. But the research now is getting sort of very, very knowledgeable how cancer gets formed, and how the cells operate and stuff, and how you feed them. Sugar, as far as I know, is the worst thing. They want to. The more sugar you eat, the more chance of, if you have got cancer, they thrive on sugar. That's what the cells do. But I'm not an expert. I'm only just found out what I've learned and stuff. Kato, stop eating the grass. It's the last time I tell you. Stop it now. He's going to get smacked because he's got, you know, bad boy. Stop eating the grass. As I said, folks, I'm not an expert, but I'm just saying that you there is more to come in the videos, maybe obviously a long-term situation. If it is that, you know, I wanted to point a few things out. Like I say, if I can help people, be reassured that obviously the operation, obviously according to the surgeon, was a success, but what is actually left in my body, I don't know. That's the unnerving thing about it, whether I'm completely cured or whatever. I just don't know. So that's one thing you know, you got to feel about it, you know, when you get more results later on. But anyway, folks, thanks again to listening to my little well, how can I call it, a bit of education for people, trying to educate people my experience and pass it on to other people, if you don't mind. I have to be careful what I say because obviously my mum and dad, my dad knows, but my mum doesn't really know what's going on. She wouldn't really know, but I have to be careful what I say, so not to upset family situation, if you know what I mean. But as I said, that's another concern, obviously, you know, to keep things, you know, that's we got to be diplomatic about it. I don't want to cause any alarms to people as well who may be going through situations. You know, it's like, you know, I'm just going to give them my experience basically, so that's what it's going to be about really, the videos. And maybe in the next few weeks, you know, when I get more results and stuff and feeling a bit better, stuff like that, I can have a plan about it and sort of get you know, make a video that's helpful for people who you know, a bit apprehensive about it and stuff. But anyway, that's to come anyway, so it'll be a bit different from the BBC stuff. And of course as I said, when I, you know, try and have other subject as well, to sort of have a topical chat, especially about the vaping. The vaping is something I'm really strong, feel bad about people doing it. I just want to, if I could stop one person vaping or smoking, don't vape, because the chemicals inside that stuff, not just nicotine, but the chemicals are just going to kill you. Are going to kill you later on in life, or, you know, it's going to destroy your body. Anyway, folks, thanks again. Leave some comments at the bottom if you think I'm okay, if it's been educational for you, and you know you're happy with it. Don't worry, leave that. You can leave whatever you say. It's fine. I'm a big boy. Good or bad comments. If you don't like the videos, it's, you know, whatever you want to say. It's a free channel to have your say. Anyway, folks, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye now. Bye.